everybody, what's going on tonight? I just thought I'd come on all by myself and talk about a few things that I've seen going on YouTube. So I'm going to wait for a few minutes for someone to pop up, and then I'm just going to let my thoughts out. Let me get rid of this music in the background because now it's starting to get on my nerves. Alrighty. Off it goes. So, here we are. UK Skin, I am so glad you're here. I know you've been around too, and you've been around for a while. You and I know each other a bit. So, you know how I do my videos. You know how I do certain things, and in my opinion, there's a right way to do it, and there's a way that's just no, you're not at all. And there's a way that's just not okay. And I've been seeing a lot of the not okay going on lately. How's my voice, UK? Am I laggy? You know how it goes with my audio. Am I sound okay or whatever? Thank you. Nope, no bad penny. So, I've been watching and I've been seeing. I know, I can't help it though. You never know. What's going on in the accusations that people throw out there without any evidence. Now, in my personal opinion, I think that's absolutely disgusting. If you don't show any evidence, if you have no reason at all to think certain things, you don't put them up on the internet. If you're the kind of person that does those things, then, you need to work on yourself. You really do. You have to have evidence. You don't accuse people of things that absolutely are unfounded. Unfounded accusations, especially certain accusations, you damage people. Now, the point is, here's the big point. You don't damage people if you have no credibility. If you continuously make videos or you continuously have live streams and you just throw a bunch of garbage out there, you have no credibility. None. And I'm not interested in doing things that way. I've said, am I rendering? I've said certain things. However, everything that I have ever said, there's something that leads me to say these things. Not just because I don't like you, because that would be ridiculous. I'm not going to lose my credibility for a bunch of crap or garbage. I just don't do things that way. I just don't. Yes, UK, you're right. There's so much going on that's real and happening. You just have to open your eyes. If you're that, I don't know, what is the word? I have to say, I think they're damaged. You have to have some kind of damage inside if you do those things, because you just don't do those things. Not when you're adult. This is an adult platform, pretty much. I mean, you have kids, but not in this area. Kids have their slime, videos and their toy reviews and things like that. If you're over here, you're an adult. For the most part, you're an adult. And I don't like what I'm seeing. What do you think, UK? It just is ridiculous. And I see there's people watching, except they won't come up. You know, that's right. I got the receipts. If you don't have them, or at least have, you know, something to lead you to believe something. I've seen people around here, UK, they're just coming up with stuff out of the air because they're angry or they've had words with someone. I don't know. You just don't do that. And the more I look around, you know, it's, I cannot believe that there are all these adults around here and they play these underhanded, conniving games. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I see that there's 10 people watching. Say something. Sammy was all up on my channel the other day under her husband's account and then, tried to hide herself from me. Why are you doing that? Like, grow up. Grow up. I have family that's children that don't behave that way. If you want to destroy someone, don't make it up. Study them closely. That's all you have to do. And that's what I've said 100 times. If I'm not paying attention, it's because I really don't care about you that much. However, if you make me or you give me a cause to look at you more closely, you can bet that I will. I certainly will. But I'm not going to come up with lies. If I'm not 100% about something, it's my opinion. And you have to say, this is my opinion. I don't know. I looked around and I'm like, and I think people don't understand when I throw the word hillbilly, I don't mean a country person. I don't mean someone that lives in the country. You know what I mean? People don't understand it. It's that way of thinking. I don't know. You're right, UK. And I think there's a bunch of people, none of them have, I don't know, they're cowards. They really are. All the sneaking and slithering around. It's like a joke. It's a joke. I can't stand it. It truly is a joke. And I am glad right now to have 11 people watching and not any of the screaming at each other and acting like fools, because that's what it is. It is. I mean, I can understand it once in a while. Everybody gets heated, but this continuous, I don't know, you have to be something within you that you enjoy that stuff. I agree, UK. I agree 100%. I'm just putting this on somewhere else so I can't see the chat, so I'm glad you're here. There's not anybody chatting, but they usually don't. Like, they'll just watch and have opinions, but they really don't have the nerve to say it right to you. Know what I mean? They just don't. Yeah, I know. Hi, you 12 people watching. If you have something to say, come and say it. That's right. Like and subscribe because you're obviously watching. And, if you have a question, if you have a disagreement, you know, if you disagree with what I say it. Just say it. Be respectful, but you can say it. We can have a conversation. You don't have to slither around with your binoculars. That's okay. You're not Mr. Magoo. Come on in. UK, the more that I watch, I think I am definitely probably going to choose different times to come on. People are just out of their minds. There's really some sweethearts, and they get lost in the shuffle. They really do, because they just refuse to be drawn into ridiculous behavior. Yeah. You're crazy, UK. Okay, 4:30 my time or your time? Because I could do it in the morning. Like, I don't know. What about 11:30 my time? What would that be your time? We'll have to check. We Your time as in now. Oh, that's all right. I'm sorry. I just had to get it out there because I'm watching and people are slinging around, accusations at other people that they don't even believe it. Yeah, I know. But you've seen it, UK. You watched. And there's some people that watch and they really are just too shy to talk, or they're afraid that someone's going to be rude and obnoxious to them. And that's just not right. You know? Why even conduct yourself like that? Why? What's the point? Hi, Black Velvet. Because the truth is, no matter what anybody thinks, and it's like they're fighting so hard to get more subscribers and things like that, when face reality, chances are you are never going to hit it big on YouTube. It's not going to happen. It just won't. So then you're going around and you're doing all these things for what? For what? What's your point? To look like a fool to the world? You know, to look like some low class, low rent person? Why? It's it's not exactly the same person. Her too, of course, but there's others. Like, that's just how they're rolling around. Like, they're slithering around like, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous for an adult to have an opinion, put it out there on a public platform when you know damn well you don't believe it. You don't believe it. A lot of them it's so fake. Yes, UK. Yeah. Yep, you're right. And you're right, Black Velvet. They're throwing that word around at people they do not even believe are that way. That's a serious, serious accusation. Just a lot of people, even in the chat rooms. It's like, why are you doing that? And then they're like little kids with binoculars peeking. You know, it's just And it's ridiculous, in my opinion. Black Velvet, just, certain communities, certain people, just how they operate and how they conduct themselves on a public platform. It's just really, truly not classy at all. And I don't mean come on here and you have to be, you know, an extremely educated, totally mannerly person, but I mean, come on, have a little class. You know, class is not education. You can have all the education in the world and act like, you're a low life. So it's not education. It's not how much money you have. It's how you conduct yourself. And I can't stand it. Hi, Big 247. That's cute. Thank you. We can all use those. So Black Velvet, I know you've been around too, just like UK. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look. And if people want to run their communities that way, they can they can do that. But geez, why would you want to? Everyone hates everyone and people swap sides in a heartbeat. I think it's boredom and lawless. Yes. Yes. Ah, thank you, Baked. I appreciate that. I hate to say it. I don't think there needs to be police or anything, but it's like people forget themselves. They come online and they forget what kind of person that they really are. It's like, are you really this way? Do you really do these things in your home lives? And sadly, I really do think some of them really do. If you're going to be proud of yourself because you have so many convictions and, you're a nasty person, then there's just not, something is not okay with that. And I don't want to be around that. I really don't. And there's nothing worse than somebody that's a sneak because they think they're sneaky and people really know what they're doing. They just, let it pass. But I think sometimes you should call them out. Like, no, you're not really that sneaky. People just let you go because they think there's something wrong with you. Because why would you behave that way? Right? Like, healthy adults don't do those things. I hear what you're saying, Black Velvet. I really do. But some of it, I don't know. It's too much. It's too much. Everybody likes a little fun. Everybody likes a little gossip. Everybody likes a little bit. But to the extreme where you're truly going out of your way to say things about people that you have no idea if it's true or not, just to start a rumor, there is something wrong with you. If you giggle and hee, look what I did, and ha, this is funny, it's like you need to, I don't know, get a different hobby, paint, go for a walk, get a pet. You know what I mean? Go to a homeless shelter. Rule number one, nobody is real friends on YouTube. I'm as real as you get. You need to expose the fakers now. Yeah. And I do think there are people, hi Miranda, like Miranda, UK. These are people that I have been around for a while, and I really do. Truly, I never thought it would be possible to really care about anybody on YouTube. Like, you'd never make any connections and this and that. But you can. It's just there's so many low class people that people are so reserved because you can't trust anyone because they're sneaky and sly. It just, I don't know. Where is the fun in that? And if you really do think that's fun, it says something about you. Yeah, I agree. Black Velvet said, my girlfriend and I had so much fun yesterday. And if she knew what I got up to here, I'd be ashamed. Well, you know what though, Black Velvet, if you really do, like just be careful because people think they come up and they're not hurting someone. You really could be. Like, I know I've seen you around. You wouldn't really want to hurt somebody like that. Yeah, Miranda, there really are. And lately it's just been really, really, really harsh and it's too much. It's too much. Like Miranda, I'll give you an example. The other day, I'm having a live stream and they're sneaking people around. Do you know what I mean? Like, Sammy's all up in my channel. Why are you being sneaky? I've offered the woman if she wants to have a discussion. Why are you coming around like a snake in the grass? Because you have no class. You have no class because I don't say things if I don't believe it. I don't. Hi, Red Feather. How are you? I'm not going to say things that I absolutely don't believe just because I'm angry with you and make a video about it. I have to really, truly believe it or have evidence of it or there's something credible that led me to believe this was true. And there's a lot of people that don't do that here. They just say whatever they want to say. It's something in you to behave that way. I'm good, Red Feather. Thank you. Madge is, hi, Madge. Sammy's really bad, but Mumu's even worse with the hateful videos, and it makes it really bad. She's the first to criticize Sammy and is in her chats egging it on. I don't want any kind of, you know, in my opinion. Hi, Real Talk. How are you, hun? There's there's a there's a way to do drama that isn't extremely damaging. Do you know what I mean? Keep it light. Keep it light. But these certain people, they don't keep it light. They dig and they sneak around like, I don't know, it's sick. It is. It's sick. There's no other way to say it. Because if you're just putting information out there that you see and your opinions on the information that you see is one thing. To bring up things that are not true, to manufacture things that are not true is not normal. Yes, baked. Red Feather says, I don't follow all this. Yeah, and you get like in a rabbit hole, Red Feather, and you're watching and then you just get very negative. And I don't want to go there. That's what I'm saying. Red Feather, 100%. It's like, do you really conduct yourself like that? Because no matter what anyone says, YouTube is a public platform. It's public. You and Sammy should get along. I can't. I, Baked. There's no way. There is no way. I wouldn't know. That's not someone I would associate myself with in real life. I don't agree with the behavior. I don't agree. I do not think she will ever change. She has no interest in change. It's ingrained behaviors, and I am not interested in that. I'm truly not. She can sneak around. I watch because I do videos or I have discussions about it. I've offered her many times to come on here and to have a conversation, but you're not going to raise your voice and act like a clown. I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to play that game. I'm a grown woman. Yeah, she was, Joy. She was. Oh, her voice, though, still to this day grates my nerves. Remember Red Feather? Oh, just listening to her. No, no, that's okay, babe. You can give your opinion. I'm not like that. I don't get. No, 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 no. No, as long as people are respectful to me, I'm respectful right back. No, you don't have to worry about saying that. Red Feather, how long has it been since we were all in the same chat? I wish I could get all of the joy, all of us together again. Do you, Baked? Well, you'll see. You'll see. There's my girl Jedi too. I came in just as Joy was mentioned. Hi, Carrie. How are you, darling? Jedi, she's back from the day too. Jedi, I was just saying, if we could all get together, me, you, Nosy, UK, Red Feather, Miranda, all of us, real reality check, and have a good old talk about what Joy might have been up to. Joy Luck Club, yeah, okay. Nope. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun, J Love? It would really be fun. I think, you know what, guys? Spread the word, get the word out, and then, hit me up on DMs on Twitter, and we'll just all get together. Nosy, house frat, all of us. Simple, oh, geez, I forgot. That's so mean. Simple eyes, all of us. Just like it used to be. It was fun. Do you remember back then? It was fun. It wasn't any of this craziness. Yes, we said things about Joy. We did. But it wasn't dirty and it wasn't not true. And, you know, like we had reasons to say the things that we did, and nobody ever wished anybody. uh, You're terrible, you guys. You are. You are terrible. But those were the days, they really were. Where we had, We laughed and had a good time. Right, Jedi, you're right. And we didn't say things that were so far from the truth that it was just, I don't know, deplorable. We just didn't do that, you know? And that's how we all met and became YouTube friends on here. We had our own little community that wasn't rotten to the core. It wasn't sick and demented like what's happening. Like things are, it depends on what community, I guess, you are around. It was fun, Miranda. Now, it's just, uh, mm-mm-mm. Yes, we all stalked her and like the harassment list and ha ha ha. Where if you said you didn't like her video, you know, or you made a video about her, no matter how fair you were, she put you on a list. That all was funny, you know? That's right. You don't just, and people, there's some people that are just so different and they'll just out and out lie. They're not telling the truth. And they know they're not. It's just, I don't know, it's wacky. You're right, 100%. And I think what happened was, and this is kind of what happens when you find a person that really is not, certain people, in my opinion, just should not be on YouTube. There should be some kind of criteria or something to follow. This is why they tried, it's a flawed system, but this is the algorithm. It is definitely flawed because they will demonetize certain words that it's not necessary to demonetize, but they're trying to keep control in a way. It's like just have a criteria. Just do it in the beginning before you give them a platform. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just have something. Right. But, honestly, there is enough things to truly, you can have content, you can have commentary videos. You just don't have to absolutely say certain things are not true. You just know they're not. Yeah, they're crazy red feathers. It's just crazy. Truly, it is. And then you're like, okay, well, do you go to your child's school and act this way? You go to the doctor's, the grocery store? Really? Because, in case you didn't know, it's embarrassing. You're embarrassing to your family. Work on yourself. You know, and if you say certain things or you put certain, you just shouldn't have a platform. That's just how it is, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Jedi, what do you think? Some communities are really okay. They are. And some are like out there. You're like, woohoo. Like at some point, you have to control yourself. You have to have some kind of impulse control. You just have to. Because once it's out there, it's out there. People are going to see it. Yeah, red feather. UK. Someone taking video of you having a public freak out is different. Yes. Yes. And then complaining when people say something. People can have commentary. And the truth is, if you behave a certain way, yeah, you attract people. You sure do. You're going to get views and you're going to get people saying things about you because you're not unique. You're off the wall. A unique person has some kind of talent, not, you know, people are not unique because they show everything and then whine and cry when people have something to say or to act like you're violent and you're going to do something. Yeah, right. Right. you know, I do too. Have your freedom of speech, but not where, no. Hi, Copper K. Just how far people go on here for a view. To me, if you do those things, you have to be kind of desperate for attention. You know, and if you're that desperate for attention that you do those things, or you make yourself look foolish, you really truly could benefit from working on yourself, not on here. Come on here and show your talent or have conversations, make friends and do things. But to come on and act like an absolute lunatic, I don't know. I don't know. Then you're going to get commentary on you. You are. And then I find myself, saying, I don't really like YouTube when that's not true. I do like YouTube. I watch YouTube videos. You know what I mean? You just have to be careful and keep yourself, if you find yourself getting negative all the time, it truly is not good for your health. It's not. And if you go in certain, I don't know, certain channels and you always end up feeling hyper or fighting or arguing, what good is that? What about when your talent is screaming, taking prescription medications, and passing out on camera? Yeah. It's just not, it's not okay. I do, Red Feather, but you know what? I still have it in the same exact spot in my kitchen, but there's one branch that's hitting the ceiling, and I really don't want to cut it off. Just my luck, I'll cut it off, and the whole lemon tree will come to its ultimate end. And I really want lemons on there, Red Feather. Oh, I'm really glad you reminded me of that because I want a dwarf orange tree too. I don't know, Jedi. What's the thought process? You can't be thinking correctly. You truly can't. Just trim it a little. If I trim the very, are you positive? Because it's so healthy and vibrant, I hate to kill it. I mean, it's my baby. I grew it from a little 12-inch dead looking twig. you know? I don't know why I'm so nervous about trimming it. I mean, I trim the roses. We have trees outside. People trim things, right? But I've never had a citrus plant or tree, I mean. Really? Yeah, I'm going to look it up because I hate to move it from there. It's like the perfect spot for it. The light is perfect, everything. Otherwise, it wouldn't look so good. I know it's getting really hot now, so it needs to be watered more. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. UK, yeah, and red, good idea. Good idea. I nursed one little raspberry twig, and finally, 3 years later, isn't that like, I don't know, it's crazy. It's like satisfaction, though. It's like, no, that's mine. I watched it grow. But I think if I do get an orange tree, I'm going to break down, spend a little extra, and get it when it's a little more established. So listen to this, Jedi, and everybody listening. I got what a wisteria from Aldi's. You know the grocery store, Aldi's, and that was a little teeny tiny thing. I think I spent like $2 for it. I think that was 2 years ago. It's huge, huge, and healthy too. It does red feather. I think that's why I'm wondering if I don't see even any blossoms on my lemon though. So I probably won't get any this year. This year, I think, is the third year. UK, yeah. And I wasn't sure if it was a good spot for it, but apparently it definitely is. You have muck clay and seed. You know what, Jedi? If you just get some things that enjoy the shade, like don't what are they called? I got those too from Aldi's. Bleeding hearts. I also listen to this, and this was all from Aldi's grocery store. I got butterfly bushes. Gorgeous, healthy, nice. 7 years for lemons? Oh, that's a long time. I thought about getting a banana too, tropical. Copper K, you still in here? Do you have any plants? I love plants. I had two huge rows of Concord grapes because, come on, we're Italians. Gotta have some grapes. But I eventually got rid of them. It's sad too. I got rid of them because they were getting like some kind of fungus in the fruit was dying off, and there was no way I was going to put all those chemicals on the plants. I just wasn't going to do it. Oh, you have lots of plants? I love them, Red Feather. Love them. They're so pretty. Hey, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. If you have them, why not? Especially if they're healthy. You had a rose bush for 5 years and it's never been healthy. I know. UK, you should try to move it because it's just not doing well where it is. Move it. I know they need a lot of sun. Have you tried like putting nutrients in the soil? Because if it's getting enough sunlight, oh, spider mites. Can't you stop the mites by Murphy's Oil soap and water? Oh, doesn't that kill you, UK? And then you don't want to get rid of it just because you're hoping. Oh, you spray it with neem oil, just straight oil, no water with it? I don't want them to burn. Autocorrect. Listen, anyone in my chats, don't feel funny if you write something wrong or whatever. I don't think you're dopey. I do it too. Hey, Marcy. My friend grows a banana and orange tree in a huge office. And Chinese, yes, that's what I want. Not the Chinese hot peppers, though. But I absolutely want an orange. And the banana, and you know, I'm so disorganized. I have a plant light, like the panel lights, and I put it in my garage, and can't remember where it is. It's in there somewhere in a box. I have a fruit salad tree, UK. I have one that I got from, I think it was a Carol Wright book. Is that the one you're talking about? I have it. It'll grow, but you don't get all different kinds of fruit on there, those liars. They all look like, well, it just started to grow fruit, and they all look like there is such a thing. It all looks like peaches to me. They're fuzzy, so they're peaches or apricots. I'll let you know. Red Feather, they do. It's called, look up Carol Wright, WRIGHT.com. That's where I saw mine. No, because UK is always kidding, I know, but there really is one. Ooh, Pinterest. Thanks for the tip, Marcy. I'm going to check that out. But I'll tell you what, that fruit salad tree, definitely, it grew, it's big, and it's producing. See, ants get mine. And I don't like to use chemicals too much. So I have to figure out something. Yeah. Does anyone know how to get rid of the ants on your fruit tree without chemicals? I hate that. If I have to spray stuff that's going to put cancer-causing chemicals in the air, I don't want to. Oh, okay. I'll try that. Because they were all, I had a mulberry tree that was huge, huge. Well, I still have it. The truth is, we never get mulberries. I'll tell you why. Because all the little birdies, they get it. Get an ant trap and put it around the tree. I'd be afraid the animals will get it. Well, I guess I could put a little fence around there or something. I don't want the deer to eat it or the fox. I think we have a fox because I'm not seeing a lot of rabbits. It's so funny because where I am, you can see animals like you can see turkey and deer and this and that, fox, coyote. But if you go just a couple miles, you're like, city. Oh, you've seen metal ones. Oh, that hang, if they hang from the tree, that'd probably be good. Yeah, nice. I tried that one thing for my tomato plants one year. Garlic and cayenne pepper and all that stuff. That was such a pain in the behind. I'll never do that again. If you can put it in the around the plant, I'll do it, but not that. You could probably tie it up in the tree. Yeah. Yes, I'd want it low before they get. Oh, no, see, that's an idea too, because they'll be attracted there and not to my fruit. And, people are telling me all the time, you have to spray those trees. It's like, no, I don't want to. But I guess if you think about it, I don't know. The stuff you buy in the store, if you're not buying all organic, that's what you're getting. Chemicals, anyway. At least it'll be from my own house. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to really research or find somebody that knows what they're doing. You're right, Marcy. You know what grows like crazy? Squash. You get a ton of it. A ton. You keep picking those babies and you keep getting more zucchini. I love zucchini. And tomatoes. Yum. Red Feather, what have you been doing? Anything exciting? Miranda, are you still here, hon, or you just popped in and took off, darling? Miranda's a sweetie, too. So is Courtney. And UK. That's why I was saying, like you can have friends on YouTube. Just stay away from people that you wouldn't hang out with. Oh, there is nothing better than homegrown tomatoes. I love them. Yeah, you're still here, hon. I'm glad. Just listening. If you plant, we know what you're planting, Miranda. No, I'm only kidding. I'm teasing you, hon. I didn't go to the fireworks. We had a barbecue. They are good, Morrissey. How are the fireworks? See, we had a lot of family that had little babies. They can't. If the kids are too little, they're not going to enjoy it. They're going to be crabby, cranky. King Trump, how are you? She's planting that hippie lettuce. Yeah, Miranda, a BLT. Gotta have a BLT, but you can't forget that lettuce. It was down on the water. Nice. That's so nice. Then you get to see it all reflected. I love it. I know, King Trump. Yeah. The devil's cabbage. Oh, 6.7 on the Richter scale. Ah, damage a lot. That's when everything starts shaking in your house. Yeah. Oh, you heard 7.1. Whatever it wasn't good. Mm-mm. Now that is a scary thing. I'm not sure where the epicenter was. Uh-uh. Can you imagine just sitting and that happening just out of nowhere? I went out for lunch, got home at 5. Husband left for work at 7 and fell asleep. It happens sometimes, UK. That's how it goes. Or how about you ever read a book and you fall asleep and you wake up and you're like, is it today or is it the next day? Because you're not sure if it's morning or. I've had that happen a couple times. That was really weird. I remember when I was really, really little, I fell asleep and I woke up and thought I missed Halloween. Last earthquake here, I was still living in high rise. Now that was scary. Oh, I'll bet. Oh, I can't imagine. I really feel for those people, with all those natural disasters and stuff. Hey, Beck, how are you? Me and hundreds of neighbors all stood in the street. Oh my gosh. That's terrible. That is really, really awful. September 11th was a really freaky, freaky, freaky time. Beck, I'm glad, Miranda. Aren't you knocking on wood like a red feather? I am. Well, you been through a couple hurricanes? Well, I'm glad you made it. Sometimes it's just, uh, people people lose everything in those disasters. It's really sad. King Trump, what I was saying before, and Beck, because, when you find yourself getting extremely negative and doing sneaky, underhanded stuff for YouTube, it's time you better start looking within because that's ridiculous. It is utterly foul. It's foul, nasty, disgusting. I can't stand it. And being that rotten to another person that you don't know anything about. Where if you can see it and they put their whole lives out there, that's one thing. Then you have an idea. Then you have some idea what you're talking about. But people calling other people names like they were before and that I've heard around here is disgusting. You haven't been following Trump. Just the way people throw around disgusting things and, they have no evidence. They have no reason to even believe these things and they just throw them out there for attention. You need attention that bad. Get some counseling because I guarantee you're going to get some one-on-one attention. And if you feel that mean inside, truly, you know, go talk to someone. King Trump. It's just everything that's going around and all the baloney. And, Sam with her things on her head trying to say, oh, it really was. It was this. It was that. It wasn't this. She knew exactly what it was. Don't try to play that game with. I don't know. They're strange people. Strange. Odd. Odd bunch. And then everybody believe in that. And then, like I said before, if you go over, and I'm going to say it again. Oh, see, now I'm getting irritated. If you go over in there and you're watching it and then you're supporting it. So there you go. There you have it. No, you're right, Red Feather. But they were sneaking in my channel. Like, don't sneak. I've offered 100 times. You want to have a conversation? Have a conversation. Don't sneak around like a worm. I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about in general, Beck. In general. If you, no, I can't stand it. It's so ridiculous. Don't butter me up, Trump. I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people. There really are. That's what I was saying before. There's a lot of people that just would never, ever, ever do those things. And I don't know, to me, if you're constantly around that, then that's just how you are. It's kind of sick. You know? It was. It really was. Like for someone that cannot control their impulsivity, maybe doing videos is better. You know what I mean? Then you're not going to hurt other human beings by your behavior. I don't know. It's just disgusting. Yeah, you're right. You're right, UK. That's why with the whole joy thing, it was like, you know what? I can't stand her voice. It grates my nerves, you know? I get annoyed even listening. But, can you imagine coming around or sneaking around in somebody's channel then you're a coward. You're a coward, coward, coward. Don't be a coward. Be mature. You have something to say it. Respectfully, because I don't have time for anything other. We did, UK. You're right. We really did need that. So, Ken Trump, what are you doing? I can't help it. I love that icon. That is so funny. What's going on, Trump? You been having some good days or no? I hope everybody has. Yeah, I can't bear to watch or follow anymore. In the beginning, it was a morbid curiosity. You're right, Trump. You're right. And then try to act like, you know, it's other people why you don't want children around. No, you can't have children around. Oh, no. You know what you need? You need a vino. Do you have anything for it? Yeah, calamine. That'll help. Oh, wait, there's nothing worse than when you're really itchy and you can't. Ugh. I hate mosquito bites. When I was little, I used to scratch them until they bled. Now I put something on so they don't bite me. You had fun camping, though? Yeah, oatmeal. That's what I've heard. But I'll tell you what, you need anything to get the itch gone. Marcy said, I hurt someone's feelings 2 years ago. Then I seen what I did and it hurt me. So I sincerely apologized and never did that again. Aw, you couldn't 8-pound catfish. Ew, they're so gross. I had one of those in my fish tank. They were nasty. I hear people say they taste good. I've never had them. Refugee at war. I didn't eat the skin. No. That's what I've heard. People say it's great. I can't say I've never had it. I can't lie. I couldn't camp. Is catfish good? I'll have to try it. I like cod. Just plain old white, non fishy fish. I like cod. I like um, shrimp. Oh, see, you better follow that, Trump. You'll be getting sick. I'm not going to lie. I do. And you know what I used to love back in the day? Mrs. Paul's used to have fish cakes. I love them. I love them. They were good. Used to go camping back in the day, Miranda. Back in the day. Teen Gortons, yeah. I like Gortons too. Does anybody here remember way back there used to be a place called Fish and Chips? Or no, Arthur Treacher's. When I was little, I was so little. I remember that. Catfish grow out of their young, ugly look. Is it? Who knew? Who knew? Whose hobbies? Trump? I study. I really need something to do for fun because it's like I always feel like the trainings are never ending. But I can do it online and I do enjoy it. I don't really, let me see. Videos based on your hobbies. I like messing around with essential oils and I've made my own candles and soap. I've made fragrance oils. You thought I was fun. Well, who's giving you all this misinformation? I don't know who did it, but we better have a chat. painting. I've been, no. Why would I have manly hobbies? Like what? Working on cars or something? What do you mean? No. You're not into the girly stuff? Why? Don't you use soap? You do? I get what you mean, though. It'd have to be a balance because guns, beer. Well, my uncle owned a gun shop. You like dial, so plain. I like citrus, like orange, like creamsicle smells, but mostly orange. Putting up crooked shelves. No. No, I just like the way it smells. And no one, that's how it all started because I wanted orange vanilla soap. And I refused to pay $7 for a bar of soap. So what I did was I bought the melt and pour and the essential oils and I made my own and I love it. And you pour it in those little silicone, you know, things. You love guns, Miranda? Oh, white tea. Well, yeah. Yes. If you look in we all the like health food stores and things like that, that's how much they want for a bar of soap. Where if you buy the melt and pour, you get like tons of bars of soap. So why would you do that? My girlfriend likes buying soap from Ross. Ross? What is that? I know. I just like, you know what it is? There's, I like certain smells and I like it strong. And when they make theirs, they're doing it for money, you know? So they're not going to Lush. I'm not sure. UK. I'll have to check it out. It's always nice to see you, Trump. Thanks for stopping over. I'm going to keep that in mind, though, for future videos. I will. So thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, I never heard of Lush either. It's a company, UK or what? Yeah, they sell handmade stuff. No, I did. I have to say, for a hobby, I did like to make the soap. It was easy. I even bought a scale so I can really make my own, like with lye. And I got the goggles. Now I have to have those big, long rubber gloves. That gets me a little nervous, though, to play around with chemicals. And I don't know why, because I have someone in my family that's really good with all that kind of stuff, chemicals and things. Lust makes you stink to high heaven. You can smell them on the other side of the street. Lush stores. Really? I like, I hate buying a bar of soap and they don't use enough scent. And that's what they do in the health food stores. They don't use enough essential oils. They're trying to make $1, which I understand. Truly, I do. However, you know, I want to smell the soap because when you buy it in the stores, you smell it. Like not in a health food store, like Coast soap or something, that cheaper soap. It smells nice. Thank you, Marcy. Thanks, hon. Thank you. You too. Have a good weekend. I'm kind of hungry now. I want some Gorton's red feather. Oh, bye, red feather. Everybody's going. I'm the only. I know you use body wash. It's so much better because if you have kids, do you know what they do with the soap? They leave it on the bottom of the tub, and then all the water melts it down to mushy slush. Aren't you glad I just shared that information? That's a pet peeve of mine, can you tell? That's why I think the body wash is better, Miranda, if it had a pump on it, because otherwise they'd use half a bottle. uh, Molten Brown do pink pepper scented stuff. Really? I like amber, um, amber and sandalwood if I'm going for like a woody scent. But I love crispy smells like lemon and citrus. I love it. Love it. Love it. I know. They do that slimy. And then it ends up clogging your tub. And you're going through tons of bars of soap. Tons of them. You know what they say, Miranda? I don't know if it's true. I should try it. That if you take your bar, any bars of soap, and you take them out of the container and leave them, that it won't melt that quickly. Sandalwood is too retro for me. Reminds me of grandma. Really? I like coconut too. I do too. You made bath bombs? Did you get the citric? You have to have citric acid for that, right? So it fizzes. I want to try that too. But I don't really I take a shower. Sandalwood really isn't if you put it with something else. UK. You wise person. Citric acid and baking soda. Yes. They Yeah, because I've seen recipes for bath bombs that didn't have that and they don't bubble up. How'd they come out, Jedi? Yes, I have so much citric acid. Ooh, I make my own frozen yogurt and use the citric acid. You need citric acid for frozen yogurt? I did not know that. Well, They really worked well, star shaped. Oh, nice. See, now I'm going to have to get a bag of citric acid. I was contemplating, and I was also contemplating getting glycerin to make the kids snow globes. Right? You need the glycerin. Oh, you like it, Tort. That tangy, yogurty. I'm hungry now, see? That's what happens. I have a watermelon, but I just don't want to cut it. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? You know what I feel like having right now? Yogurt with peaches in it and honey. That sounds good to me. With a bunch of nice fresh peaches. Hey, I'm sorry for. Can you guys hear me vaping? I got this new vape juice and I was really interested. You hate peaches. Why? Because of the fuzzy? Because of the fuzz, Miranda. I like nectarines. Put nectarines in there. Any kind of fruit. All right, I'll back up away from the microphone. Calling me Darth Vader. So listen to this new vape juice I have. And I mixed it. I have citrus cookie, which is supposed to be like a sugar cookie with strawberry frosting. Oh, the taste? I like them. You don't like nectarines either? All right, well, I got off topic for a minute. Let me tell you about my vape juice I just got today. It's citrus cookie, it's sugar cookie with strawberry frosting flavored, and I mixed it with Naked Unicorn, which is strawberry and custard. And I dropped my nicotine level. I want to see how that's going to work out. Because then I'll find out if I'm really, if it's a physical or if it's a psychological. Because I may be just addicted to the, you know, a psychological addiction and not physical. Did that make sense? I don't know. Yes, UK. Aren't they good? I love them. The best peaches around here from Georgia, I think. Georgia peaches are really good. And then you just have to wait for them to get ripe on the counter. Good night, Jedi. It was good to see you, darling. And don't forget to pass it around so we can all get together and talk about joy. Reminisce. Is it? Yeah, it depends. Hey, who's ever watching, don't forget to like because it helps my channel. I don't know why I even bother because, the truth is YouTube is just not where the pennies are. Well, it is where the pennies are, but not where the dollars are. Because when they say add sense, they really mean CENTS, sense. Anywho, so what sounds better, guys? Should I break down and cut that watermelon? Nah, I'll do that tomorrow because it's 12 a.m. here. It is, Miranda. It is. It is not what it used to be. That's why I don't understand why people. I wouldn't even understand it if, hey, Alex, how are you? I wouldn't understand it if it, I don't know. People are just really, really underhanded, Miranda. You know what I mean? It's probably because just like the thing with Joy, the places that I'm putting myself in order to make a video or, the things that I'm seeing, it's just awful. Alex, I really liked your video before. Um, Not the one with the live stream. People are going way too far. I have never met or placed myself around such nasty people. You know, like in the real world, I'd be like, ugh, and keep going because of the behaviors. Yeah, I agree, UK. I do. And it just makes you wonder, like, what's in people's minds. A lot of people are such attention seekers. They'll do anything, no matter what kind of attention that they get. Really, Alex? See, I was there in the very beginning because Mandy had said she was going over there. I'm glad I left. I mean, I missed the whole thing, but it was a lot. It was just, and the whole thing of it is they're throwing around accusations and they have absolutely no proof at all. Like they're saying it because they're mad. It's disgusting. Yeah, UK, it's the truth. That's sick, right? Like they're doing it for the attention. It's like people lost their morals and values for attention. I can't do it. You know, I just, it's not worth it. It's not. And my whole thing is, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I've said it 100 times. I'm truly, truly, truly concerned about Sammy's daughter. I really am, but, you know, what can you do? It's just sad because she's going to grow up and think that that's okay. So she's getting stunted. Do you know what I mean? Like they're cutting off so many opportunities for such a cute little girl. Any kid, if they have parents that act like that, chances are that that's what they're going to think is okay, and it's not. Booty Beauty, I'm on a diet. 24 hours later, she's at McDonald's. Aww. Hey, brown-eyed girl, what's going on? Like brown-eyed girl, I saw her stuff too. She doesn't, I don't know. You just don't say shit you don't know about. No, same old crap. That's what's going on here too. And the whole my thoughts on it all was just it's all a bunch of crazy, disgusting stuff here on YouTube, brown eyed girl, when you're watching and you're saying stuff. Just in general. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're watching certain people or certain things and they're doing all these things to get attention and it's sick. It's just sick. Whether it's Sammy and her symbols or people calling other people things, throwing out accusations like they're pennies, and it's without any credible information to believe it. It's just not normal. Hi, Miranda, or hi. Bye, Miranda, I meant. Have a good one, darling. I'll see you next time. Don't you, brown eyed girl, I know you're around and you're saying what's going on. That's why I'm like slowly, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it because number one, I can't go, yes, I can't go low enough to ever bring myself to say something that I know is not true and disgusting. Good night, Miranda. Just for a view. Or to put symbols on where millions of people lost their lives and stuff like that. I just know, can't stand it. It's just sick. And if you find yourself really getting that low for attention, this is a repeat. UK heard this over and over. Then you need to work on yourself because something wrong in your head. So what you do yesterday, brown-eyed girl? Anything exciting? Nope. What I say is, should I see with my own eyes? Yeah. Having an opinion on things that you've seen, that it's, credible information is one thing. Just to say things or to do things that are hurting a ton of people just because you're an attention hoe, nope. It's not my thing. It's not okay. And then people say things one day and then they're over there supporting it the next. That's a very dysfunctional community. We all have our own communities. That's what I did. Barbecue with family. Aw, I'm sorry, hon. I know how that feels every day, every time. It doesn't matter how many years, you know. I agree, UK. I truly do. What you laughing at, Alex? Yeah. But there's a way in which you do it. Do you know what I mean? It can be a lot of fun. It can. And you can make your own community so nice and, you know, just chat and fun and
It doesn't have to be rotten and hurt people. Know what I mean? I mean, if there's something that needs to be out there, put it out there. But if it's not and you don't know what you're talking about, or you just do it because, look at me, I'm crazy, I want your attention. I mean, dehydrate those people and their communities, in my opinion. Right. You'll get there, hon. Just a matter of time. You will get there. But the whole thing of it is, it's like people are selling their souls for a couple pennies or a couple dollars they're making off YouTube, because even people that have 100,000 subs, I mean, you can't live off it. I hear you, brown eyed girl, and it's the truth is, it's a lot of the people there too. You know, like they're, I don't know. Because if you're in there and you're truly interacting back and forth with her while she's doing any of that stuff, then you enjoy it. You do. You can't deny it. And they try to deny it. Hi, Bruce. How are you? They will. They deny, deny, deny. It's like, no, you like it. And why would you like it? Because you must be similar. Yeah, brown eyed girl. Yes. Yes. And she does. And it's like, they're all like, oh, I can't believe she did that. Oh, I don't agree with this. But you do. You do agree with it because you're right there. So stop saying you don't. I'm good, Bruce. I am very good. Thank you. Yeah, she does it all the time. And I can understand looking at her from a distance, but to be right there in the chat, it's like, I don't know. And to me, I've said it before. Yes, brown eyed girl, yes. Isn't that insane? Either say it how you feel and mean it, or don't say it. Don't say, oh, I don't like that. I don't agree with it. Hi, Courtney. Oh, what are you throwing up about? Yeah, that me too. Me too, brown eyed. Hi, Joe. How are you? It is good to see you. Aw, Courtney, you're my girl. Yep, brown eyed girl. Oh no, I know. Trump, King Trump just said that's awful. Those things are, uh, you know, those natural disasters, they are make you lose everything you have. But yeah, brown eyed girl, I know I haven't seen you flopping around, and that's, you agree with it. Sorry, I was reading something. I wasn't totally paying attention. You do. You agree with that behavior. If you're not there, don't just say, I don't like that. And that's not right. And then go for a minute. Here, take my wrench. Give me a break. Oh, stop. You know what I mean? take my wrench. I didn't want it. Yes, you do. You do so. You're all up in there. You're all up in it. Have fun with it. I'm the same way. I am. And you don't have to be. How do you feel about all those sneaky, underhanded, crazy stuff? I can't stand it. No, they don't. Nope. And Brown Eyed Girl Sammy's trying to deny it, but she was all over my channel the other day and under her husband's name and blocked me so I couldn't say her, like, oh, please stop. If you have something to say, you want to say it. Otherwise, don't. And that whole time, what a joke that was. Did you see where she invited me over there? After I invited her 100 times, if she had something to say, girl, please. Please. I don't act like an animal. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't happen. So, Alex, you saying goodbye to everybody else except for moi? Alex knows how I am. Yeah. He took a stand. He did. He was like, I'm not going back. Which is glad. I'm glad. There should be more. Mm-mm. You know what, Brown Eyed Girl? Just because you're making videos and stuff like that too, just if it ever starts like affecting you really negatively, don't even let this. This is such a meaningless little area. Do you know what I mean? Just work on your own community and where you enjoy it. And Alex, if you start streaming, you'll do the same thing. You'll have your community the way you want it. Do you know what I mean? And you'll attract those kinds of people. If you want to have fun and laugh and, talk a little drama and stuff without going off the rails and acting like a lunatic, then that's what you'll have. And it'll be a fun place to be instead of all this crazy, obnoxious stuff. Yeah. So, what do you think, Alex? Are you ever going to stream? See, streaming is a whole different thing. I think certain people are cut out for streaming, and certain other people are probably more suited to video. Did you? I didn't know that. Thank you, Courtney. No. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. You know what it is? I think the past couple days and the things that I've been seeing just it really gets disgusting. And it's like, I don't know, a bunch of attention seekers. And then you just have to step back and step away from it for a little while, you know? Because if you can't have a live stream without screaming, but they enjoy that, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, that has to be something that you really like. And it's hard to wrap your head around it. Like, because then it's more like, well, maybe you're used to chaotic stuff, so you're drawn to it. Do you know what I mean? I think there's people that grew up in a very chaotic life and, you know, they're like drawn to the stimuli. Do you know what I mean? If it gets too much, I'm like, nah, now you're getting low. Nah, you're getting low. I don't want any part of that. Courtney, I want to see your video hunt. I know you have fireworks, right? I haven't been around much except for, doing my thing. That's what I have a tendency to do. And then I just like get it all together. You know what I mean? Then I watch a bunch of stuff. It wasn't fun, Courtney, if you're talking about anything I think you're talking about. You have STS over there slinging. Ugh, ugh. Don't mind me. I'm just reading the chat. Being quiet for a minute. What do you think of everything, Brown Eyed? Just like the last week. Just say the last 7 days. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I heard she was pretty quiet. It was everybody else going crazy. So, what's everybody else's opinion on what's been going on around here, say the past 7 days? I was going to make another video and I really wanted to, but I I know a lot of people like they like to watch the videos and stuff, but I guess there really does come a time where you have to stand on your values. Do you know what I mean? Like, and mine, everybody knows how I feel about Sammy and all that over there. Good night, Courtney. What do you think, UK? Alex, anybody? Should I even waste my time doing a video? I don't know. I've been going back and forth in my head. Like, I have a lot of, you know, a lot of things and very damning clips. Very damning. But what's the point? Do you know what I mean? What is the point? It's not like no one knows. Everybody knows. Yeah, she does. And But the point is, she doesn't get it. She's going to have to keep doing that over and over and over again. It's not normal to do that over and over and over again, in my opinion. You know, and if you're that low, if you are that low that you do those things, then why should I even, consider having a video? Do you know what I mean? Because it's only going to have people go check her out, and then it's going to be the same cycle. She's going to fake that everybody picks on her, and, they're going to believe it. And then, yeah, Copper K, you're right. You're probably really right. Yeah, you're right, UK. It's, my point was to get the word out there and to have people understand that you're following her when she's doing, and there is a little kid there, and they don't care. They really don't, because they're like-minded. You know, you have to be like-minded to watch that kind of stuff. To some degree, you I'm not saying every single person in there is a bad person, but you can't say you don't enjoy it if you're over there. So, yeah, you're right. You're right. And people where she is has to know. I just hope they know the behaviors around her daughter. Yeah, you're right, Copper. I hope one day she does. I really do. Because I think there's a chance. But she's going to hit puberty, and, she's going to have ingrained behaviors too. Yeah, you're right, UK. It's like watching a car crash. People watch until they drag the bodies out of the wreckage. Yeah. But, like I said, if you're watching from a distance is one thing, interacting with it is a whole nother level. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're interacting with a person that way, you're the same way. Otherwise, you just wouldn't. That to me, it's like the crazy aunt you would never go around. You know what I mean? You just wouldn't do it. Hi, Christopher. Or, uh, yeah, you're right, Copper. You're right. And I noticed a lot of people over there are like, you know, they want to believe that, I don't know. I don't even care. Whatever. That's what I'm thinking, UK, but they're not. They're all up personal, all up in it. Yeah, yes, UK. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's dumb. You know, to watch the whole display, if you're not a creator or making, hi, Keith, or making a video on it, then I don't know. There's so many other things you could be doing. then she's screaming or acting a fool, like, everybody picks on me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, please. It's just gross. It's gross. Yeah, reform. That's it. Drinking alcohol. You're right, Chris. Hope you don't mind me calling Chris because it's your name, right? Evolution of TV. Yeah. Yes. I don't know. It's just really turned into a sick area, you know? And she's not. And the whole point of it is, too, Chris, is why act like you are? You know, like they're trying to prove something to themselves. Well, you're not, because I don't care what your drug of choice is, unless you're on medication assisted therapy and following a program, right? Then you're not. That's the only medication that you should be taking. If you're prescribed it, you're not abusing it, and you're following a program. You know, you can't say, well, I'm clean and I drink alcohol. No, you're not. Sorry. You know, you can want to believe it, but it's not true. You have to follow a program. You know, you have to have a plan in place. You have to follow a plan. You know, the chaotic lifestyle can't happen anymore because that's what got most people into, you know, problems in the first place. You know, when you're in recovery, you have a goal, you have a plan. You don't do things impulsively anymore because you're going to be right back where you started. Yeah, you're right, UK. You're right. And the whole thing about medication assisted treatment is, here's my thoughts on that. I don't think that should be a first, um, your first thought to go on that. However, however, if you have multiple relapses, if you have ever overdosed, then I would rather see someone use a medication so they have some type of control over themselves and their behavior so they don't pass away. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're following a program and you're truly trying to better your life, I'd rather see you on that. I don't want it to be somebody's, you know, first choice. Try it without it first. But if you, there's certain people that just cannot. And if you have, like I said, multiple relapse, you've overdosed, then this person is risking dying. And chemical dependency is a brain disease. So those are my thoughts. You're right, Keith, because some people are genetically predisposed or, you know, to chemical dependency. Some of them had such awful lives when they were young that it ups their risk of becoming dependent. That's, you have a pain pump installed. Yeah, I'd imagine. I'm not saying people can't treat their pain, but I mean, if someone has true pain, I don't care if you're chemically dependent or not. If you get in a car accident and you need pain medication, then you do what you have to do. No one should suffer with true pain. No one. But this is what happens. And there are people that, become dependent just because of use, because they've been injured, like a serious injury, not a fake car crash. Do you know what I mean? Right. There's certain ways that you have a problem. If you have a lot of people or people in your family that are expressing concerns about your use, then you may have a problem. If you start missing work or a family life, or you're isolating so much, then you may start thinking, maybe I have a problem. And it's not like it hasn't happened. It happens to a lot of people. They're doctors, lawyers that have suffered. That's not it's your behavior. I don't care what you have. If you behave like a low life, you know then right. I hear you, Bruce. you know People that are actively using any kind of chemical, they behave certain ways. You can expect certain things from them. However, it's usually centered around obtaining their drug of choice. Do you know what I mean? So if someone theft, something like that, I they would do things like that, going around hurting everybody just because. No, 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 no. I don't care what anybody says. Geez, I'm glad, Copper K. I don't think anyone should feel bad about taking medications that they truly need. You know what I mean? I really don't. Crohn's is very difficult. There's so many. Wow, Copper K, I never knew that. I'm sorry you've been through all that. Yep, you're right. Prescribed medications, exactly, UK. Because, like I said, I don't think anyone should needlessly suffer severe pain ever, ever. That's just cruel. Even someone in recovery, if you have severe pain, and there's protocols, there's ways to take it, you have a plan in place. My suggestion to anyone who has any kind of dependency issue, you must have a plan in place. Good night, Copper K. Thanks for stopping. You can't just think, oh, well, I'm just going to do it. You know what I mean? You have to have a backup plan. Like, what do I do when I'm triggered? And what can I do different? And who can I call? And you have to have your resources in place. You have to have your toolbox filled. You have to, you have to have a plan. So when you get really triggered and things like that, you have something to turn to instead of, it takes a while for habits to form, and it takes a while for you to retrain your brain too, to not just quickly impulsively reach for something. Oh, nice, UK. I know you've had those bad days. I know. I'm sorry. I really am. That sucks. And that's what I'm saying too. Then there's people, and people like Joy Sparkle ruin that. People that truly have illnesses and they're stuck home, and that's why they're on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? That's why they participate. But choose wisely. Choose which live streams and where you position yourself very wisely, because there's some sick communities. Uh, yeah, it's little things like that, UK, right? Really flare things up. A cold, anything can kick off an autoimmune problem. Ugh. Aww. You have help, right? You're not by yourself. I know from your the weather never does. It either is great or makes things worse, right? There's an index, a weather index you can check. I'm glad. UK, I really am. Keith, did you have a barbecue yesterday? Would you cook anything good? We had skirt steak and, chicken, barbecue, burgers. Yeah, even if you're used to it though, there's some days they just are rotten. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people like Joy ruined it because now everybody's like, oh, you can't believe that one because that one's a con. I can't stand people like that. Hi, Holly. How are you? There really could have been a place for people to talk about autoimmune disorders or whatever they're going through. But there's so many, you know, underhanded people around that everybody automatically distrusts everyone else. What's going on, Holly? Exactly, UK. So she made it like it's a joke, and it's really too bad because there are so many people that, really good people that were active and had lives that were ultimately cut in some way because of an autoimmune disorder or a disease or an illness. And because there's so many underhanded, conniving, cruddy people, it's hard to decipher who's who. Yeah, collard greens. I didn't have them because nobody likes them. Except for me. I like them. Ugh, that's awful, UK. Holly, I have fibro, but mine's not bad. It goes in cycles. I still work. Yeah. But the thing of it is, Holly, like I was saying, there's so many people that have these kinds of issues and they turn to YouTube because they're ultimately, trapped. Trapped in their own bodies or trapped by surgeries or illness or whatever, and they want a place to go and be able to talk about what goes on with them. And Joy really, yeah, she messed it up for some people. I don't know, maybe that's the direction that I want to go in. Do you know what I mean? I've been around enough, I think, for people to know that I'm an upfront person. Anybody that's been around, I've been around for 2 years. I really would like to do that because I do have experience dealing with things myself. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Or do you think it's better not to even get into that community? Any ideas? Keith, I have epilepsy. Had it since I was 18. It was from a football injury in the beginning. It was pretty rough. Oh, Keith. Is it under control now, at least to some degree? Holly, what are you asking? I'm sorry. Well, you know how Joy was so full of baloney and saying, I have this and blah blah blah, and she was full of it. Let's just say that. She may have had something, but it was nowhere near. She was such a whiner. She'd say she was sick and she couldn't walk and she was throwing up and be on the telephone and doing handstands and things like that. And there are a lot of people on YouTube that truly have illnesses. Yeah, Joy, she was full of it. So she turned people off from ever wanting to talk about any illnesses that they have or problems. And there's what I was saying is there's a lot of people that really are stuck at home and can't talk about things. And they're distrustful of a lot of people. But like I said, I've been around for 2 years, so I'm pretty. Yes, she was full of shit. What do you think, UK? I don't know if I should. I would like. Do you think there are enough people that are in the area that? Well, there are YouTube. There's millions of people that would want to have a channel like that. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to do that, Chris, though. I meant like people that have physical or autoimmune illnesses, things like that. If they want to talk about it, or a family member and they just want to hang out and talk to other people, to gain some insight. I don't know. Maybe I'll start another channel. I'll have to think about it. I was just wondering what you guys thought about it. You're right, Chris, though. There is a lot of mental illness. But, people with mental illness, they really, well, I guess they could have their own platform too. I'm glad to hear that too, Keith. I couldn't imagine how would you function if you never knew when you were going to have a seizure. Let me see. And the medications, that's that's a whole different story. Being on medications to take care of the illness that you have, they all have their side effects too. But it's better than. Can you drive, Keith? If you don't mind my asking, if you do, please just say so. I know there's people with seizure disorders, they can't, they can't drive. Oh, you can drive. That's good. But people with any illness too, like whether it's mental, chemical dependency, physical illness, it's always good to have a plan in place. What are you going to do if this happens? You know, well, I have to double up on this medication, or, of course, talk with your physician, but you want to have that plan in place in case it happens. You have to know what to do. I have an epileptic, sorry. I have an epileptic friend who's never managed to get it under control. Ah, I work with lots that have a magnet put in. If they have a seizure, we swipe a magnet across the chest. It stops it. Wow, that's that's amazing. Technology. Even in chemical dependency, you have to keep up on the treatments. What's new? That's amazing, Holly. And Mr. Tucker, he's doing better. Technology has developed a lot over the years. Yes, it has. You should see the way they used to treat people with chemical dependencies and things. It was awful. Awful. But you do the best you can with what you know. Yeah. He's so sweet. That's the only thing you can do. We have to keep learning always. I don't care how old you are. Treatment plans, treatments are changing, medications are changing, um, types of therapy, all that. You have to keep up. Keep up, or you're going to get lost in the shuffle. Keep up your training. Ugh. We have to go through a whole, without disclosing any other information about myself, we have to go through a whole training thing constantly, it seems like. But once a year is the really big one to make sure that you're still up to date and, because otherwise you have no idea what you're really doing. This vape juice is pretty good. I mixed it. I like it. I don't know what they taste like separate though, but they taste good together. Vanessa, been going around. I'm not even tired. Isn't that awful? It's so hot around here. I work with, oh yeah. That's fascinating, Holly, truly. Like, I really mean that. I love to know about all the new treatment options available for people. Yeah, you do. That's right. You have to continuously and go to trainings throughout the year. Otherwise, you have no idea. None. People don't understand that. They think you can just go once and, you have your degree, you're fine. No, it's not. You have to continuously keep up on new trainings, especially in the medical field. There's always something new. Hey, Joe Sanderson? I think she was right. Yeah, you would. Credentials, all that. Done. How about CPR? Oh, I hate CPR. It's so boring. And you have to do that too every couple years and go in and demonstrate. You can do some of it online, but you have to go demonstrate you can do it. There are. Ugh. I don't know though. Some of it is really interesting to me. But CPR is just so redundant. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, please. Benny G Holly Undead live stream was giving everybody the boot. He likes taking down people's channels. Oh, the I'll tell you, that's a whole different thing. The kids, especially the infants, Holly. I have never had to perform it on a child. Oh my goodness. I'd be nervous, of course. Anybody would. Because you have a little tiny baby. Me either. Me either. I received my degree in pharmacy tech last summer, so I'm looking for a second. Good for you, Keith. That's good. Do you like that kind of work? See, I actually really do enjoy the work that I do. So it doesn't feel so much like work. It gets a little emotionally draining at times, but even, you have to have a plan in place. Everybody. Oh, my goodness. Ah, UK. That's so sad, isn't it? That is. Ah. Oh, my. Yeah. I can't imagine. You, yeah, emotional fatigue And if you experience burnout is an extremely serious thing. People throw the word around. Well, I guess you would say lay people. They throw the word around like not what it really is. Burnout is a condition. It's very serious too. Yeah, UK. I don't, I've had to put myself and talk to parents about things that were really sad. Not, uh, I bet you can remember it like it was yesterday, UK. Keith, it's interesting work. I definitely enjoy it. Good. Oh, yeah, there is math involved. You'll get it. And you'll get so much better at it that whatever you find that makes you nervous now, in the future is going to be nothing. Yeah, I'll bet you can. Yeah, you do, Holly, and you have to, take care of yourself. You have to know yourself when you start feeling and one of the biggest indicators is irritability. You get irritated at everything, coworkers, patients, clients, whoever. You just get irritated a lot more easily. You're right. It's not humanly possible. It's not. You do what you do. You do the best that you can, and you can't ask any more from yourself. I am, Carrie. Yep, when you start snapping at clients. Yes, for things that if it was, 2 weeks ago, it wouldn't even irritate you. Not at all. Or get under your skin. Oh, what are you? Before I say it. I count. I have my little certificate right here too, BLS. And I think it's different in different areas. Ooh, guys, wait 1 second. Please talk amongst yourselves. Oh no, wait a minute. UK, are you going to be here for a minute? Because I have to do something for a quick second. UK, can you hear me? Hello? Oh, you're going to be here for a few minutes because I have to do something real quick? Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh. You can hear me. I am. I went up to get the dog because it's skunk season. And then I came back and the internet went out. I don't know what happened. And then I'm over here, guys. If I sound funny, I'm pouring a cup of tea. That was crazy. What are you guys talking about? I missed a lot. I can't believe. Did you know? I never knew. Once your internet goes down and it says this call ended, the hangout call, to live stream, you wise one. Um, you can resume the same live stream. I didn't know that. Just a little one? Oh, well, alrighty. Don't be writing up in my side chat, guys. Well, where were we? Oh, my goodness. Hey, Joe, I am using that circus cookie and that other vape. My stuff came today. So I'm using 6 milligrams. I still didn't put it up to 30, though. 30 watts. Joe had explained to me that if I went down on my nicotine level and then put up my wattage, I may be able to. And that's, oh, forget it. That whole drop in the internet thing has me all discombobulated. Becca's vacuuming up the mess. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm going to right now, Joe, and I'll let you know. What am I upping it to? 30 watts? I forgot. Is it 30 watts? 680. I can't do that. What am I going up to, Joe? I forgot. 40? Oh, shoot. Try 50? Okay. And you're sure it's not going to gag me? Because, mind you, I was on 25. UK, you must have iron lungs. All right. 50. I have asthma too, so are you sure? Well, we'll see, right? Okay. I'm at 50, Joe. Oh, true. Too late. I put it on 50. Let me give it a shot. Hey, Carrie said don't do it, it'll blow your lungs out. You wise guys, yes, you can vape at 25. I've been doing it for as long as I had this Vaporesso Revenger. No, I didn't. I'm not doing it for the cloud. I hate to say it. I am a complete nicotine fiend. I can taste the flavor more. Here's the problem. You like clouds? Here's the thing. I'm gonna carry. I'm gonna have to drop it down. I don't know how to set it. It says normal. I'll tell you what it says. Want to know what it says? They do. They vape just no nicotine at all. I wouldn't do that because why put something hot in your lungs? Joe, what does normal mean? Should I put it to low? Because I have low, normal, and high. No, I mean, does the vape taste warm or cool? Warm. Normal is fine. Okay. No, the vape is warm. Is it supposed to be? Cool is probably better, right? Or no? What do I just 45? Okay. Because I took one puff, but I couldn't take another one, that's for sure. Not as deep as that. Okay. I'm at 45 now. Could I go down to 40, do you think? I probably shouldn't be doing it at all, but it's better than smoking. And I was smoking almost a pack a day. What do you think, Joe? 40? A little strong, but I don't know because somebody here is sick, so I might be getting it. I hope not. I had to stop taking my one medication too because someone's sick here. 5 watts at a time. You know what the thing is, UK? I want to get the flavor and I want to get the nicotine too. Maybe because I found myself puffing a lot when I was doing it on whatever, 25, 20. Oh, you really can taste the flavor more at a higher wattage. All right. Let me try 40 now. Joe, do you want to come up? You should just come up. If you want bigger hits and more flavor, up it. If it's too much, drop it. I know. UK, do you have Hangouts yet? Come on, Joe. Just come on. I'm going to send it to you. Let me see. Can I just send it to you like this? No. Oops. Sorry, I was busy with loving my family. What's your thoughts? Oh, Carrie, you just have to watch it. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get excuse me for a minute because I have to get the link. Because Joe wants to talk to me. She just doesn't know it. All right. Am I back? Oh, I don't know what that is. UK, I really don't. Let me find Joe now. Now, mind you, I can't see the chat. Shall I sing you a song? Lean on me. Lean on me. Lean on me. No, I'm only kidding. Trying to drive you nuts, that's all. What's Beck doing? She's not around. I'm loading Gmail as we speak. I don't see Joe. Oh no. You'll be popping up in a minute. Aw, Carrie. I don't blame you. She's sweeping the floor. Holly, don't even worry about it, hon. Ask Joe how many times I do that to her. I'm always, if I type too quick, I'm going to have all kinds of problems. It didn't die, Joe. It didn't die. Okay, I am back. Carrie, it doesn't matter how many years, does it, hon? I know it doesn't. You're re-wicking. Is it? Who knew? UK, I have still a lot to learn. All right, come on, Joe. I think I unlisted this stream. I should probably not have it unlisted. You know what it is? I'm just tired of sneaky people. No, underhanded connivers. No, no, no. I know, Carrie. I know. And then sometimes a memory will hit you and you'll be doing whatever. And then out of the blue, that happens to me sometimes and I get all choked up. Come on, Joe. You're like a snail. Ah, Holly, I know. I know. Just when you need your mom the most, right? Hello, Joe.
Hello.
What you doing, Joe?
Having
Re-wicking?
a spaz with my camera. Is it off?
Oh, no. It is now.
Okay. Cool.
Could you get me? I was like, oops. Oh, I like your picture.
Did you like my hand, everyone?
We all saw Joe's hand up close.
Oh no.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, what?
Maybe
It's
Sammy's watching. She can read your palm.
She said she loved me and Bex last night. I told her to F off.
I know, I saw it.
Like,
She
get out of
don't
here
get
with
it,
that.
does she?
No.
I know, and then she put a heart on her answer to me. It's like,
Oh, whatever.
yeah, exactly. Because she fibbed and said she wasn't all up on my channel, which she was. But anyway.
Am I making lots of noise?
Not at all.
Oh my gosh. That was loud. What was that?
Holly said it was very hard, but I see her and my children, and she lives on. Yeah.
Yeah, I am, Carrie. Hello, everybody. It's winter here. Do you want it?
No thanks.
I'm over it. Really over it. You know, it hasn't stopped raining. It's just raining and raining and raining and raining.
Oh.
And I know you want a picture, but every time I get a somewhat half decent piece of weather, there are people here doing stuff. So,
Joe, I think you just, you're definitely getting to know me because you totally just read my mind.
I know. I knew you were going to ask. Where's that one picture?
Once you said it was raining. No, you didn't even say it was raining. You said it was winter, and then I was going to say it.
Yeah, I know.
Cut me right off.
I know. I've got your number now.
We should sing that song now.
I'm not singing. Are you crazy?
Why not?
I make people's ears bleed.
I know. Me too. At least I admit it.
Where am I in New Zealand? I'm up north. North of Wellington.
Who else is in Oh, Carrie? Are you from New Zealand too?
Holly, I don't know. Are you in New Zealand, Carrie?
Should I? Do you think I should unlist this or no? Nah, I don't want to.
I don't care.
Yeah, nah. I'm quite fine with who's here. I'm good.
You want.
And I think anybody who saw it before can click right back on, right?
I don't know.
I don't either.
See, I'm really interested in this whole YouTube thing. Oh, okay. Australia. Next door. Now, sorry if I make some plastic rustling noises, but I'm changing the cotton in my vape because it tastes like bleh.
Tastes like crap?
Yeah, it's burnt. It needs a change.
I have UK. I just dropped it down to 40. And that seems pretty good. Is it really the nicotine, Joe, that makes it so strong? Harsh.
Yeah. If it's 12 and you had it that high, you cough. So now that you've dropped it down, you can have a higher wattage.
Oh, no.
And remember what I said, those coils are made for what, 60 to 80 watts?
No.
And you've got...
Not the 4.
50 to 70?
I have it right in front of me. Let me see.
Okay, here we go. Well, they're not made for 25 watts. I know that much.
Oh, it says 30 to 70. Oh, no.
Okay.
It says 30 to 70 and best at 45 to 60.
There you go. So you wouldn't want to go below 45. Really. No. You're just going to have to get used to it, my dear.
They don't even make them for lower wattages than like a.
Well, you've gotta remember that that vape that you're using is an intermediate level vape. It's not for beginners. So usually when people use those types of vapes, they're down to either 6 or 3 milligrams nicotine. Like the starter devices are made for higher levels of nicotine.
Oh,
And that's not a starter device. That's what I would consider to be an intermediate device.
what did I know? I just wanted to get off cigarettes.
Yeah, that's okay. You're doing
Yeah,
it.
so it was, I'm glad I've done it because,
It's just trial and error. I mean, when I started vaping, it probably took me a good 6 months to actually find flavors that I liked, let alone, other stuff. So it takes time.
yeah, but Joe, honestly, I've been vaping for long, probably as long as you.
How many years?
Uh, I don't have the old calendar, but I would say at least, at the very least, 2 years and maybe between 3 and 4.
Okay, I'm coming close to year 5.
I just never really, it got me
But
off cigarettes. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, 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 I get it. But I mean, after that amount of time, the amount of milligrams of nicotine, you should really be down to, significantly less. I would expect someone after 2 years to be either 3 or 0 milligrams, but that's just
Really? I have,
what I'm used to. I've never met someone after 2 years still on 12 milligrams.
I'm awful. I'm telling you.
No, you're not awful. It's just, I mean, it's education. That's what it's about. I mean, vaping's what, only 12 years new, if that, in some places.
Yeah, UK
So
said she's down from 18 to 6, which is really good.
that's 5 years. Yeah, yeah. I'm either 3 or 0. I don't vape nicotine at all. I just vape for the flavors. But the thing is, I mean, up until recently, I was working. Coco knows I left my job recently, but I was in the vape industry, so
So you are in
I
the
was,
know.
yeah. Well, not so much in the know, but I was like, it was part of what I did.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna grab some going too. Grab a little
Just don't knock your mic. I
milk.
don't
No,
feel
milk
like
for my
I
tea.
don't feel like entertaining the masses by myself.
No, you're not by yourself. I'm right. I would not do that.
You turn
You
it
can
to your
still
mic.
hear me. I just can't. I wanted people to know I wasn't being rude if they were
Well,
addressing.
I just still smoke. Well, Holly, if you ever want to give up, I've
What'd you say?
tried. I'm talking to Holly in the chat. I
Oh,
tried everything before vaping: patches, gum, nicotine replacement therapy. Whatever they had. Nothing worked except vaping.
it's not. Well, let me just say something in my experience with vaping.
Mhm.
You do not get instant gratification from a vape. That's the biggest difference.
No, you don't.
So you puff it and you build up a level, right?
Yeah.
It's
The
so
thing
much
thing.
better than going cold turkey. I went through withdrawal with a vape.
Mm, gosh, that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and I did.
It wouldn't have happened if I'd been around.
Probably not. I started at 18.
Yeah, I mean, You really got to match the device to the level of nicotine. That's the biggest thing.
But see, what I could have done wrong was using different coils, a different vaporizer. I probably should have, Holly, used something totally different. Joe would know better.
In the mentor program, we used a specific starter kit for everyone, and it seemed to do the job. And it varied. Some started on 6, some started on 12, some started on 18 milligrams. And the starter kit was Anakin Endura T18.
Hmm.
And yeah, standard mouth to lung starter kit.
That's how I started, on a really cheap, small, like I think it cost $9. Not even. No, it was $10.
Yeah.
And it was a little tiny pen thing. And
Oh no, those things are hopeless.
ugh,
No, this one's about actually I wonder if I could show you. Hang on a sec, I'm just trying to burn a
okay.
coil. Hang on
All right.
1 second. I
So
actually have
Holly,
one.
that was the biggest difference for me, was you're so used to getting instant gratification from tobacco that you don't get that. But trust me, if I could stop, I know you can. You can,
Yeah,
you can.
I I never thought I could too. But I did. Okay, let's see if I can turn my camera on showing you my hand again
Okay.
and then turn it around.
Can't you just screen share in the green room or no?
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh,
There you go. Now you're looking at the bed. Okay, that is one of the starter pens we use. You see, it's bigger than the those cheapy ones that you get.
yes. You know what it is like? The one I have
Yeah,
that I
and it
can't
just
get to
has
work right.
it just has a port at the bottom where you charge it with a USB. And these are the ones we use for everyone, but it's just the level of nicotine that's different
That's
depending
like
on
the
on on how heavy the
Aspire,
usage
right?
is. This is a Anakin. I'll type it in the chat so everyone knows what it is. But honestly, it's probably one of the easiest to get to use. It's got Alpha written on it because it's New Zealand branded. But
Mm.
yeah, that's it. Now I need to turn the camera off. Good luck with that. All right, here we go.
Holly said if I tried, I could do anything. I just need to
Yeah,
try.
I'll type it in the chat so you guys can go and have a look for it. But this is what it's called. The Nokin.
Holly, what's holding you back from trying?
Day one when I tried, I was down to my last few cigarettes and I finished the pack. And I just said to myself, I'm not buying any more cigarettes. And I just vaped my little heart out, pretty
That's what
much.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And I
And
coughed unbelievably.
I actually didn't. Mind you, I started with tiny wee puffs.
I did, and
So,
it was like, oh, I actually said a prayer. It was like, I hope it is not, this is killing me.
mind you, you got asthma, hey?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. So, pretty much a bit
But
different.
after that, it's a lot better than a cigarette. Like I don't feel as out of breath.
No, neither do I. Not at all anymore.
So that's a good thing. And you still are getting nicotine. It's just easier because I've tried patches. Patches were not going to work for me because I have such a psychological addiction
Yeah, it's
to
the hand.
nicotine and the whole process. Yeah.
It's the hand to mouth routine that's a big issue for a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Just the actual process of putting something up to your mouth and yeah.
And if you try to quit smoking by a taper method, oh, trust me, because
Yeah,
I
no,
went from
don't
20 to
bother.
10. Yeah, why even do it to yourself? Because you're going to go through withdrawal anyway.
Yeah.
No matter which way.
I think the longest I lasted without vaping, like using other methods, was maybe 10 days, and I was about ready to kill everybody. It
Yeah,
was
no, I
horrible.
couldn't even go 10 days, Joe. No,
And I smoked for a long time, like 30 years or something.
me too. Me too. Long, long. And it was like, you know what? And there's this scale of how addicted you are. And I definitely scored high. So, because some people there are some people that can throw them away.
Cool,
And it's
Holly.
not that horrible for them. Usually it's men. Men seem to have an easier time of, throwing them, of
Yeah.
quitting than women do.
It's primarily men that I worked with too when I was doing mentoring. But I mean, the other thing I was doing was one of the things was working with severe mentally unwell people, like people with pretty
Mm.
severe schizophrenia, and they're the type of people that will sit there and chain smoke like packs and packs a day. And
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah,
Well, I'll tell you what.
and some of them are vaping now, not smoking, and it's like amazing. And it saves them so much money too. It's unbelievably expensive here.
It really does. It does. I mean,
Yeah.
I was surprised that I could get 100 milliliters for what did I pay, Joe? 11.99.
I just happened to overhear you about your soap making,
Well,
and I think you should make your own e-juice.
huh,
If you can make soap, if you've got scales and you can make your own soap and things, you can make your own e-juice. It would
yeah,
save you mega bucks.
I probably could. Do I sound louder to you guys? Because I hope not.
You
I
sound
turned.
funny to me because my headphones are wonky and one of them keeps cutting out. But that's my end. Don't worry about that. I just need to go and buy new headphones because I think somebody's been chewing on the cord.
Oh, my little fatty. Or was
Oh,
it?
he destroyed another paper bag today.
Did he?
Yeah, he's on restrictions. No more paper bags until he learns to be nice to them.
Holly, thank you for answering. Um, so Holly, listen though, 100 milliliters of juice was 11.99. How can you beat that?
Holly, if you're starting to show signs of COPD, I can't stress enough that vaping is definitely something you should at least give a try.
I
I know
agree.
I know people that have had pretty severe asthma and starting issues with COPD and more progressed COPD, and they've actually had improvement in their lung function because it's so much less harmful than smoking a cigarette.
Yep, UK saved
So
100 a month.
for the sake of your health, I mean, it's worth it spending a few dollars even just to try,
Oh
It's
yeah,
totally
then
worth
you'll
it.
have it right there, ready.
Yeah,
And I did it the same way Holly Joe did. I had a pack of cigarettes
yeah,
and I said to myself, when this is done, this is it.
yeah. finish the pack, pick up the vape, don't go to the shop.
Yep.
That's the best thing you can do. It's how it worked for both of us. I can't say it'll work for everyone like that, but I mean, if you've got the desire to even think about stopping smoking, then just push yourself that little bit further and say, right, when this pack's done, no more. And have the vape ready to go.
And it helps so much with the psychological part.
It does.
It truly does. And just as long as you're aware of certain things that'll happen, like if you do cough, you'll be okay. Trust me.
Yeah,
Because,
you may cough, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
yep, and then you'll stop.
And I think for some people, they just generally cough in the first week anyway because they're getting rid of all the crap from the cigarettes. You know what I mean? All the
Yep.
tar and build up in their lungs.
The UK. I plan to smoke and vape. Once I started vaping, within 48 hours, I stopped smoking and never felt the urge again.
There
See,
you go.
I'll be 100% because I always am. I still, every once in a while, I really want a cigarette.
I get those moments, especially when I see someone smoking a cigarette. But
If there are a lot of
I
people,
I don't like the smell. I can smell it from a mile away.
ew, it's disgusting,
And
isn't it?
and I have had a puff here and there, and honestly, I may as well have gone and licked an ashtray because
Ugh.
that's what it tasted like to me. It was disgusting.
Well, see,
And I don't mean that to shame anyone that's smoking, but after you've not been smoking,
that's just,
wow, such a difference.
well, my thing is, even to this day,
Well, there's another reason, Holly. If you don't like the smell, why don't you walk around smelling like a blueberry muffin instead?
yeah, or whatever you
Or a
choose.
strawberry shortcake or whatever, you know? Because you
That
can
is the truth.
definitely, I mean, you don't even realize how bad it smells until you stop. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it's on all your clothes, it's everywhere.
Ugh. It does. It permeates in the walls and
Yeah, well, I didn't really smoke inside. Well, I used to when I was younger, but then it came, you know, less socially acceptable to smoke indoors. You know what I mean? Especially
hmm
here, we had laws come in, you couldn't smoke in bars and pubs and stuff anymore. So, not that I frequented those places, but
I
people
liked it.
just
And I get
tended to.
excited when I get new flavors. I'm like, ooh, I hope I like it.
Well, you'll taste it more the higher wattage, and you've already said that. So,
Well, I have to say
just
though, this circus cookie, it had many, many high reviews, but like you said, really everybody's got a different taste. I don't
yeah,
taste it, but I mixed it with the naked
the
um
strawberry one,
huh?
the strawberry one.
Yes, I mixed it with the naked, it's called Naked Unicorn and it is strawberry. So I can taste that. That's what really upped the flavor. But who knows? Because if you're getting it from people like Joe who are not used to don't really care for the sugary sweetness.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I mean, if I have a sweet candy flavored New Zealand juice, like a sherbet or something like that, it tastes sweet enough. I don't understand why there's all the sweetener and stuff added to it.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I don't understand that with the fruit flavors.
But I mean, I find that a lot with America. They like to add preservatives and things to food as well. So
Ew.
I don't well, remember how we had that breed discussion.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
There's a lot of not normal. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe. I just, yeah, there is a lot of not normal. 5 years of regular vaping in my lounge and no signs of damage or staining yet. Nice. Well, have you ever seen that commercial, Holly? You should try that.
I'm not
Where,
watching chat right now, so hang on.
okay,
Oh, carry on, but I'm just letting you know I'm not watching chat at the moment.
okay,
I'm trying
Holly.
not to electrocute myself. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
please don't.
I'm kidding. I'm
Get a
kidding.
napkin, right? And after you take a puff of your cigarette, blow it through the napkin, a white one, and you
Oh, no.
really truly see it.
Yeah, it's yellow.
Isn't that nasty?
Yeah.
Hey, I've never tried it with a vape. I'm going to do it right now.
There's a video on YouTube and it shows the comparison between I think it's a pack of cigarettes and the equivalent of vape. And they did like a scientific experiment of the vape and the cigarettes blowing into a bottle. And by the end of it, the cigarette bottle was like brown, tar stained, and gross. It's disgusting. And the vape one was just, yeah, barely anything. Pretty much clear. Have you broken your mic? No, you've muted. What are you doing? Oh no. Welcome to the Joe Show. I think her mic just stuffed out, guys. Joe, hi. Night. Night. Good night. This is why I'm never coming on here again until you fix your mic. The unexpected Joe stream, no kidding. Welcome to the Surprise Joe Show. Thank goodness for that. End of the stream. This is awkward. Bye, everyone.